Hello, everybody. We're back in a car because, of course, we're doing a movie that's actually been out for a while. Not that many people have seen this damn thing.
And we saw it late.
Yeah, we saw this. Like, it's 1:40, 1:45 in the morning.
Nearly 2 in the morning.
Yeah, it's a little on the late side because we saw Dark Phoenix. We've been meaning to try and get back to this. It's just the fact that, one, nobody really saw it. It's opening weekend, so its showtimes really quickly got shot to shit. Two, we've been busy throughout a lot of June and July. Well, this bit of July.
And 3, when we went to see it originally, there was no power.
Yeah, which of course, we've already talked about before.
Yeah.
So, what'd you go see this time? Oh, I see why nobody's watching it.
Yeah.
Oh, God. This is... Oh, I never thought that I would be wishing I could see the X-Men Last Stand version of Dark Phoenix. Oh. I would like to try and do a plot synopsis of this movie, but it's kind of difficult because...
It's all over the place.
Yeah, this movie, it tries to be faithful to the comic books in the fact that Jean Grey gets hit by the Phoenix Force, though they never refer to it as that. They simply, just because these one kids dub her Phoenix during a rave in the woods with Dazzler, of course, the 80s Dazzler, because comic books. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I even leaned over and make it say, that was fucking Dazzler. Are you kidding me? I was like, goddamn. Well, alright, that's something. But yeah, and that's the only mention of Phoenix. Other than that, they say it's a cosmic force. It was around since the Big Bang. It's a goddamn Infinity Stone in all essence. It might as well just be the ether from freaking Thor the Dark World. Makes like, holy shit, yeah.
It's like swirly
Goo.
force. Just...
Yeah. So she gets that power and somehow aliens...
It makes her go insane, and aliens try to take it from her, though.
They're not the aliens that you would expect from the comic books. Those who do not know, and also to show my own nerdiness, the Phoenix Force originally supposedly came from the McCrane crystal, I think is how it's pronounced. But it is a crystal that gives power and all this other stuff. It's pretty much a MacGuffin. Mm-hmm. But it's owned by the Shi'ar Empire. They're pretty much bird bipods. And they're bird people. And in fact, I think that's who the main lady who you've seen in the trailers, who's this like white-haired lady who she talks very soft-spoken the entire time. One, I don't remember them giving her a fucking name throughout the entire film.
I want to say they called her by her name, but it was just, if it was just once and just...
It was like, hey, Megan. And then never brought up again. It's just, you person. It was awkward. Yeah, but to talk about the comic books, because I'd rather talk about that over Dark Phoenix. The Shi'ar Empire somehow had this, like, Phoenix Force thing, and it was super powerful, but it also drove the wielders of it insane, which is what it eventually kind of did with Jean Grey. To try and paraphrase the Dark Phoenix saga. That is one issue I've always had with the idea of doing the Dark Phoenix saga. I love the Dark Phoenix saga. It's difficult to pare down because you have to do the Phoenix saga to kind of show the rise to show the fall, because it's actually kind of a reverse on the idea of the Phoenix mythos. Here, she's just evil. Well, not really evil, she's crazy. But even then, it doesn't really make sense. And
Talking about the alien?
Alien didn't make any fucking sense. I didn't understand what the hell was going on. There are these things, they call themselves the Dabari?
Yeah, the Dabari. They're last of the Dabari Empire, because the Force...
Killed their planet.
Destroyed their planet, so what few survivors there were tracked this thing across the universe, I guess.
Through magic, I guess.
and we're trying to like harness it and control it so they can recreate their planet or something.
And they don't really explain why they've never been able to capture it till now. I don't know what the fuck's going on. The movie really doesn't offer a whole lot of explanations, and it's one of those, like, since it doesn't align with much of the comic books, I can't use comic book understandings of what I know to understand what the fuck's happening.
Yeah, we're given the most basic understanding of their motivation for everything. They want to rebuild their planet and pretty much kill off all of us, humans and mutants alike, and just kind of say, okay, this planet's ours now. And just kind of like remake it
In their image.
into the image of their former planet.
Yeah.
Kind of like the terraforming from Man of Steel.
Yeah, that's a movie to emulate. Or as I think. But yeah, but here's the issue is just these aliens come the fuck out of nowhere. Like, it is a real just, holy shit, this just came out of nowhere. And
yeah, they just land and take over as one lady's body, sort of.
it's like they're shapeshifters, but they're not. Doesn't make any sense what they're doing, and then they have like these long fingers so they can diddle people, I guess. I don't know what the fuck's happening, and like I even looked at her and was like, what the fuck is happening? Yeah, it's bad that...
Not as bad as Captain State.
Oh, Captain Fate, I still don't know what the fuck happened in that movie. Oh. But yeah, this movie really kind of hops around a lot to where it's like, oh, well, we're going to go here, we're going to go here, we're going to go here. It's like, just sit fucking still for 5 seconds, movie, and explain something, because I don't understand what the fuck's happening.
Yeah, it's like, jump from this point to this point. It's just all over the place, and we don't really get any kind of explanation. Except for, like, pretty much Jean Grey's origins.
Yeah,
and the thing that Xavier did to protect her, because, you know, fuck him for trying to protect this innocent little child from this trauma of accidentally killing her mother and being abandoned by her father because of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it does not help that the writing is really terrible, because they have Xavier, he doesn't just say, I had to protect her because, one, think about it this way, she knows that she's the reason her mother's dead. Two, if she learns that her father pretty much just abandoned her, because that's like the big deal, she thinks her father's dead. Never mind, I don't remember that ever coming up in the other fucking movie. It reminded me of her fucking movie's Apocalypse. But, But yeah, Xavier doesn't just say something like that. It's like, I had to do that because she was traumatized. And it's one of those, like, she was, in a way, kind of like fracturing. It would have been one thing, it felt like they were half-assing this in the weirdest way. Like, they wanted to be comic book, but they also wanted to be The Last Stand. That they still wanted to have that, you know, fractured mentality issue, that what happened in The Last Stand, which I didn't particularly like all that much, but I did understand it, since it's like, okay, I see they're trying to be a little bit more realistic. But, oh, fuck me, if that still doesn't make a whole lot of sense and everything, because Xavier just won't fucking say that, but because of that, you have Hank fucking losing his shit and wanting to kill Jean Grey after, spoilers, they kill Mystique. Because you see that in the fucking trailers.
Well, they at least hint at it.
Oh, like, one of the most recent trailers I saw before the movie came out was Hank crying over Mystique just like that, dead. And it's like, oh, okay, well, I know what that scene is. She's dead. It's like, well, she's not really hurt, and it shows them burying a body. She's probably dead. And they have to injure Quicksilver through means, so that way they don't have the way the movie ends real easily. I'm getting really fucking tired of that.
Yeah, Hank just goes to Magneto and, oh, she killed Raven, so let's go kill her.
Yeah, suddenly. Yeah, and also they just fucking know where Magneto is. And it's one of those, like, okay, and the government's like, oh, we're not worried about you, because now the government's cool with mutants, even though...
Yeah, that's another thing. It's like, okay, what happened between, like, Days of Future Past and Apocalypse And, this present, like, I think 1992?
Yeah, 92.
Time, like, what?
What happened in 9 years that, one, they forgave Eric Lessinger for nearly murdering millions,
Lensher.
if not billions of people.
Lensher.
Whatever you call.
Yeah, the government gives them this land to pretty much contain these mutants that don't want to be part of the X-Men.
Yeah, and they also don't want to be part of, human society and everything, which is fine, it's cool. But it's one that's like, okay, so they're cool with him now, but wait, why didn't they know the guy who supposedly assassinated the president, and that's the reason why he was in the bottom of the thing in Days of Future Past? And wasn't he also one of the people that they knew fucking nearly destroyed the entire planet thanks to corruption and power of Apocalypse?
And speaking of Days of Future Past, this movie takes up some plot holes for the end of Days of Future Past, where Logan wakes up and everything was as it was in the original X-Men trilogy.
Yeah, well, Jean Grey alive.
Yeah,
Scott
Jean Grey
Summers alive.
Yeah, Scott's alive. Xavier is still, teaching at the school.
Yeah, he's alive, and he's alive, of course, in Days of Future Past. Or if that's before or after he accidentally killed all the X-Men.
Well, I'm talking about the end of, Days of Future Past.
I don't know. I'm talking about Logan, a much better movie.
But
I'd rather talk about Logan. Yeah.
But I'm saying, it's like, Xavier decides to retire from teaching, and it's no longer Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. It's Jean Grey's School for Gifted Youngsters, in honor of Jean Grey for sacrificing herself.
At the end of the movie-ish, even though they kind of hint, there's a Phoenix thing. Whee!
It's like, oh, I evolved, but I'll be back. It's like,
I fucking hope not. So, you have Xavier not really keeping in character. There's weird dialogue moments throughout the entire fucking thing. Hank McCoy's really fucking out of character. Even Magneto is strangely kind of out of character.
Mystique and Hank trying to vilify Xavier for trying to protect, what was she, an 8-year-old?
Yeah, she was 8. Also, that means that fucking Jean Grey was nearly 30 in this movie. Even though she looks like she's 21. Mm. Even though I want to say the young lady's playing, I want to say she's like 22, 23. Sansa Stark.
Yeah, Sophie Turner.
Yeah, sorry. We all know her Sansa.
Not me. I don't really...
Well, nobody else really knows her from anything. Not even these movies. Obviously, since nobody watched Dark Phoenix. For probably good reason. But yeah, oh, fuck. Magneto is weirdly out of character. Like, he swings in these violent mood swings, it seems like. It's like suddenly he's very calm, then other times he's shitting his pants, which is admittedly one of the most funny scenes.
Trying to hold back this helicopter from Jean, who's like trying to destroy it, and it's like, oh no. It's like, when the fuck did you start caring about human beings?
And that's another thing. Why was she even losing her shit on these guys? I guess because she could technically read their minds, but even then, she's just suddenly like, I'ma fuck y'all shit up. And it's like, what the fuck?
What's in it?
Yeah, it's like, what the shit? They didn't even say anything except for she just kind of reading their minds and then, screw you, bitches. It's like, yeah, calm your tits, woman.
And Magneto swings, like, this way and that, as far as, like, loyalty and what side he's on. Because at first he's like, okay, well, Jean, here, talk to me about it. Like, what's going on with you? Mm-hmm. But then he, like, kind of banishes her. It's like, okay, you're too dangerous. Get the fuck out of here. I need to protect my other mutant buddies from you.
Yeah, he needs to protect his people. And originally Jean's like, what? It's like, he's like, got a reason.
Yeah. But she's, like, so offended. It's like, I came to you for help, and you turned me away kind of bullshit.
Yeah,
and then Hank comes and it's like, oh, she didn't tell you? Well, she killed Raven. And it's like, okay, now I'm gonna kill this bitch.
And it's like, And then by the end of it, he just suddenly decides, oh, I guess that really wasn't Jean.
Yeah, he and Hank and Psylocke.
I don't think that was Psylocke. I think it was somebody else.
Where the hell she was supposed to be?
She was not Psylocke.
Well, you called her Psylocke. Like,
I swore it was. I thought it was Olivia Munn for a bit. But that's not Olivia Munn.
That's what I thought it was supposed to be too. Like,
it was just some ugly woman.
I don't fucking know.
I don't know either. It's just this movie trained my brain.
But Magneto and a couple of his people and Hank team up with Xavier and Nightcrawler and Storm and Scott to help protect Jean against these aliens, like...
But that's right after they just tried to kill her in this supposedly cool homage, I think. It's supposed to be sort of like to the first movie in certain regards. But there's another issue with this movie. Not only does it look rushed, like the CGI doesn't look at 100% finished at points, like some of it looks really bad.
The movie itself felt rushed.
Yeah. But also, every fight in this fucking movie, with the exception of the short little where she kills Mystique, it's all in fucking night. And it's dark. It's pitch fucking black at points. And you're like, I don't know what's happening right now.
Storm's like, line up, motherfuckers.
Yeah, and otherwise you're like, I don't fucking know what's happening right now. I just see shit happen. There's stuff flying. And then there's the train sequence at one point that it's, I guess, supposed to be a big set piece moment. Said it feels really flat because, again, you can't see what the fuck is happening. Doesn't help that, oh, well, hey, the lighting's better. Oh, cool, now the editing's shittier. Because it's cut. It's like, oh my god, I can't see what's happening anymore.
Magneto, like, throw an alien, like, bitch, please.
And there's a shit ton of these bitches. There's, like, gotta be 600 of them sitting on this one fucking train. It's like, are you sure there's not enough of y'all to repopulate? It's like, why do you need this thing to repopulate your people?
I was like, what? Like, why are you worried about the rise of your empire or whatever? It's like you got enough people.
Yeah, just fucking take over, because they seem to be really strong and immune to certain bullets. Like, some bullets have no effect on them, other bullets will just fucking shred them. There's no damn middle ground.
And lightning sometimes affects them, fire sometimes affects them, but sometimes not.
It's like they really wanted them to be the Skrulls, but didn't know how to do it, or didn't have the rights to. Ugh. Oh, God, this movie sucks so bad. There's no other way to say it. This movie is just terrible.
And it's boring.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, what we're talking about, the fight sequence, is literally the last 30 minutes of the movie. It's pretty much...
When it finally picks up.
Yeah, it's like, oh, well, here, we're going to finally explain everything. Thanks, movie. You've only spent an hour and a half of my time wasting on this other bullshit I don't care about. Like,
yeah, I was just, like, the entire time, I was just, like, just trying to, like, keep my eyes open. Like, no, I'm not going to fall asleep. No, we're not going to fall asleep. We're not doing that.
Oh, it would have helped just anything. Just move. Oh.
Light.
And Charlie said, open the door. Oh, yeah. It would just help if this movie would have done something interesting. Because that's the biggest problem. Is like, it treads a lot of same ground, but in really bad ways whenever it comes to, like, character motivations. Mystique's motivation, it seems almost, like, pointless.
And the makeup
at
looks
times.
like shit on her.
Yeah, you could tell, like, Jennifer Lawrence was totally not wearing any more makeup, because really the only makeup she has at points is just from face makeup and stuff on her hands. And it looks
I would say, like,
shitty.
like light blue makeup with, like, some little, like, dark blue, like, scales or something on her forehead. And it's like, well, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's like, well, that doesn't look anything like the other few movies have.
Yeah, like, what happened to, like, scales? It was like, and most of her body's covered up anyway. It's like, just do her face. Like that, and she's in it for, like, that much. I was like, how much of a hassle would this be just to put that on for just a little bit? Just do it one more time.
I guess it's a lot to Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah, and also one other thing that I'm gonna touch on because it's us fucking this car. This movie's acted like shit. Like everybody is either really subdued, like the lady who I'm just gonna call her Lalantra, because that's the character from the comic books. Because I honestly cannot fucking tell you this lady's name. The main bad lady. She's
Well, the human that she takes over is called like Margaret or Maggie or something.
yeah. No, I'm gonna call her Lalantra. Because that's who I think she's supposed to be. But she's beyond subdued in terms of her acting. She sounds actively bored. Oh, what's her name? Sophie Turner? She's not given much to work with to try and be this real emotional, or seems like emotional basket case. Instead, she's just a fucking nitwit a lot of times. Even James McAvoy's not giving shit to do, and Michael Fassbender just overacts at times, especially with I'm pooping my pants. It's the funniest damn thing ever. Nicholas Hoult can't act, and dear God, what's his name?
I'm away to Valhalla.
Oh, it's such a bad movie. Oh, it's so terrible.
Yeah, it's just so uneven, and again, all over the place. And you would think that would make for an interesting movie.
It's just...
It doesn't.
It's boring. It's
like nothing is happening.
Yeah.
There's nothing we haven't already seen in Last Stand. It's like, God damn it. It's like, do something.
Do something.
Have humor. Have action. I don't fucking care at this point. Do something to entertain me.
Yeah, they'd rather do like the DCEU and just completely bore you to death. Sorry. DCEU is 3 for 7. That's not good odds, y'all. Oh.
Well, they finally learned to turn out the lights.
Yeah. This movie needed to learn that. Oh, so what would you give this as a final score, though?
I was thinking about giving it a 2. That seems almost generous now. Yeah, it's a 1. It's a 1 for me.
Same here. It's not worth your time. Like, it's not even like a curiously like fun like train wreck of a movie. It's a train wreck, but it's a really bad one. Like, it's not a Battlefield Earth train wreck. It's just like a extremely loud and incredibly close kind of train wreck. It's just a lot of incompetence behind the camera, in front of the camera, and it just ends up with being a very not good movie and kind of a piss poor time. Why is just going, I'd rather be doing anything else.
Yeah, there's some things I kind of liked, like, as weird and kind of out of character it is that everybody's, like, teaming up to save Jean from these aliens on the train. It just, like, it's actually kind of cool. Like, them all, like, using their individual powers to, like...
Gotta fight back the aliens.
Yeah, and kind of, like, using their own little strengths against the aliens and trying... You know,
It would have been cool if we could have seen what the fuck was happening. It's just, like I said, the editing's just really choppy.
It was interesting. There were maybe a couple other parts that I found kind of interesting, kind of badass. But it just... It not really enough to balance out all the confusion and... like,
terribleness.
Yeah, boringness.
Yeah, we're just sitting there going, this is a movie I'm watching. Yay. Oh, but hey, that's Dark Phoenix.
Check back with us tomorrow for The Lion King.
Yeah, because in about 12 hours we're going to go watch Lion King. Oh, boy, are we not looking forward to it.
If there's a baby in that theater, I swear.
I'm not going to worry about the baby. I'm going to worry about what is on screen, because I don't think we're going to get something good on screen. It's just a problem.
I'm hoping for at least me.
This is Jon Favreau. He did Jungle Book.
I'm not holding out much hope. Because, one, like you said, Jon Favreau was like, okay, you already tried this shit with Jungle Book. It flopped.
Well, actually, it did really good. It wasn't a good movie, though.
Oh,
did financially really well.
I'm not talking about financially though.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like it fell flat on its face right out of the gate. Like as a movie.
Well, it didn't help Mowgli was just one of the worst acted characters.
Yeah, it was annoying shit, and like the whole movie was just very half-assed.
No, as I said earlier, it was just the bare necessities of it.
Puns, you got them. And second of all, if everything's gonna be animated anyway, why? Why bother with a live-action remake? That's still baffled me. Like, why?
Well,
and they're adding half an hour to it's like.
Well, we can talk about that when it comes to Lion King tomorrow. So, and we'll see y'all tomorrow with some Lion King. So,
I'm just getting this out now.
Yeah, we can get it out in the review because at least it won't be as hot then. Sorry, it's kind of warm in here still. So we'll see y'all tomorrow with a little roaring Lion King, and don't be surprised if I might be snoring King. So until then, y'all, we'll see you later. So bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.